It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Become a member, Patreon. And then you also have Wraithax.eth domain name, and this is not financial advice. Ever. We have, sorry, it's 12:35 a.m. for you guys over there. I have a couple of things. So this is going to get real quick, and then it'll get light, I promise. So many of you know, I was going to try to put this on the Twitter post, but then I decided, okay, that's probably not the best idea because it would have been really long. I don't know how the link would have showed up. But I have a very addictive personality. Like, I am an addict. I have had issues with alcohol in the past multiple times. Currently, I haven't drank in 9 days. I think this is my 9th day. I just had my 16th workout before in 9 days, and there's an episode of Sex in the City where Carrie she's going to see a therapist for like whatever reason, and then in like the meeting room, or like the room that you go before you go into the therapist, like the waiting office, she meets a guy there, and they go and they hit it off, they blink, they do whatever, and then she's like, hey, what are you there for? And I forget what she's there for, but he's like, well, I get like addicted to things, and I go and but there's only like a few. I've been going to this lady for like a few months. There's only a couple weeks left in the process. It's fine if we go out on a date. And then it wasn't fine that they went out on a date. They because I guess he loses interest in things after he sleeps with someone, and her thing is that she chooses the wrong guys. Anyway, it pretty much goes to say that whether you're in 12 steps, whether you have whatever, you should really always try to finish the program. As Meowth says, it's never too late to finish the program. I'm not in anything, but two of my very big addictions is buying Veve collectibles and OMI. And this made sense when it was, hey, let's buy these collectibles because these are undervalued and these will go up. And for the most part, I have been doing that up until recently. And it's been, and I guess it doesn't matter because I do have the money to go and do it. But it's been going and saying like, okay, now let's kind of switch gears from what you think is undervalued and what is going to go up to what you just like. So again, I don't have any normal Cassie Langs. I have like 20 Cassie Langs. I think 19 of them are sub 100. The other one is number 999. And I'm like overpaying for all of these. Like like the Cassie Lang should probably be about, the sub 100 should be about like $30, give or take. And I was buying them like $50-$60. I bought a couple of sub 100s for like where they should have been like maybe $60-$70, or sub 50s they should have been like $60-$70. I was buying them for like 100. I was like, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna buy all of them, right? So why this I think matters, this isn't just like a personal story. This is a kind of like a warning that and again, most of you guys that are you've had a little bit of money before, or maybe just don't have an addictive personality. Do you think maybe, and there's rhetorical questions, just ask yourselves, do I not have an addictive personality, or do I just not have enough money to get addicted to some of these things? Because there are multiple different worlds, and one world I'll tell you all about in a minute, this whale world that I just, that I had a conversation last night with a couple whales. This whale world was I'll get into this. If I would have gotten this amount of money, like if I were to go and become a millionaire instead of at 30, if I would have done that at 24 or like 22, like early 20s, I probably would not be around. I probably would have gone crazy in the best way. It would have been a crazy time for a couple weeks before I would have done something to unalive myself, and not in an intentional way, just because when you're young and you have that much money and you've never had that, and there's a learning curve to absolutely everything. And again, thankfully, my new, these vices are technically investments. Um, was there a need to spend $500,000 on OMI? Probably not. Like 100 grand probably would have been okay. Was there a need to put another like 50 grand into Veve? No. I mean, granted, I did sell. I'm still in the black in Veve because I sold the Spider-Man for like 56 thousand like last year, 2 years, whatever it was. So it was that was nice. So I'm in the black there, but a lot, like I spent like $500 I think on Cassie Lang's. Like I could have just instead spent another $300 on top of that, and I could have just gotten a Todd because they're like less than $800 now. It's ridiculous. I've also spent a couple $100 over the last 2 or 3 days just uh buying like $2 comic books and $2 stamps. All of the stamps I've been buying have been under $2.50. All the comic books I've been buying have been under $2. And again, they're like, there's so many Squirrel Girls, there's so many West Coast Avengers, so many Wolverine, Captain America, Fallen Sun. Like they're never going to be very profitable, and because you also have that 8.5% fee that you upsell, the selling fee on top of that when you cash out, those are never going to be profitable, most likely. Um, I don't know how many people are going to want those particular comics. I think they're great, but there's a reason why they're going for under $2. So I don't think there's again, the reason I'm buying it is just because I want to be number one. I want to be in the top 500 wallets. I think you have to have like 11. I think I have nine between collectibles and comics. I have like 900 now. I have like 707. I have 780 collectibles and like 140 comics. So yeah, so like a little over 900. I'll break the 1,000 barrier in the next couple weeks. Speaking of which, and how so I had a phone call with some whales last night. It was a nice 37-minute phone call with one whale and his brother-in-law, and talking about other people down there. And there's another group of whales that this one whale group that I'm talking about now that we had a conversation last night. I help advise. I basically they're already in. They had maybe 100 million OMI when they met me, and when now they have 10x that. But basically, my job is saying, hey, I'm going to we do a call every couple weeks. Sometimes this way I happen to be the one that flew me out there on their private jet in January, so they got that dolo. My job is to be like, get on a call with them every couple weeks and just go over Veve. Remember in the end of Sandlot where Darth Vader is talking about like, why don't you boys come here, once a week and just talk baseball, just talk baseball. My job is just to call them every couple weeks and just talk Veve. Hey, how are they doing on the market? How are they doing on secondary market? What's selling for what? Is above retail? Is below to retail? How much money are they making? What are the gripes of some people? Are of the people of Veve? Are these gripes warranted, and are they justifiable, or are they something that can be dismissed? And we go and we talk, and one of these whales that they started, they had maybe 100 million total. This small little whale group out there. When I met them in November of 2021, and now they have over a billion, 1.1, 1.2 billion. So again, I keep them apprised on this. Just kind of the sentiment I feel, because they're all professionals in their career field. And they are titans in their career field, and they're extraordinarily busy. They don't have time. I think every now and then they might watch a video. And then there's another whale group that well, there's a bunch of them, but the one that I'm talking about, or I'm going to talk about, will make this whale group seem like a lesser whale group. It's just all right. I shouldn't say it. The amount of money. Again, they have a billion OMI at these prices, give or take. They've never bought OMI above, I think, 007, 008, whatever it is. The whale group that I'm talking about that we'll be buying in after we get on an exchange, they're purposely waiting because if they were to put the amount that they want to put in right now, they can't. The amount that they're going to put in is a multiple, a fairly decent sized multiple of the average daily volume. It would just break Ascendex, OKX, Bit4X. The price would go bananas. Like, you wouldn't need an exchange. The price would go bananas. And they don't want to be waiting, 12 days for their orders to fill. They're also doing long term. So they'll probably get a similar amount of OMI, but they're going to be paying that when the price is probably 5x. Just because they want to and like, why do people not go into things until there's cash out? Why do people not go into things until there's like regulation, until there's whatever? Because most people, even though you can read the writing on the wall, oh yeah, Vivian Omi is probably going to do a really nice amount. They're probably going to do a lot. Why do people not get until cash out? Why do people not get until exchanges or whatever? It's because, nothing's ever a certainty, but it's not a certainty. It's not a lock right now, even though I think it is, and that's why I put my fortune in. To them, they're just like, and yeah, take my $500,000. They're just like, they just laugh at it. Because they'll make that in like 2 months. It's ridiculous. Like, there's a whole other world that I can like see through like this of a keyhole, and it's wide open. It's insane. But they are, I forget where I was going with this. Again, when do we get exchanges? I have no idea. I'm just estimating. Oh, by 6 months from now, in late Q3, we're probably gonna have an exchange. I hope. But again, I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about the price. I'm not worried about, because we have people that are ready to step in. And that's just this one group of people. There's like 6 of them, maybe. Not only that, you have other. There's been, I don't know if I can say that. There are entities that have asked whales in the Veve community, hey, how much for these particular NFTs? And there are other entities that have inquired about trying to get sub 40 ones. Like, there's some whales trying to say like, hey, people want to become the store. And what I mean by that is, if there was an option for certain entities or corps or just people with big bags of money to go and basically just buy everything off the secondary in one fell swoop, to basically go and buy all of the things on Veve at retail, and they become the store, they would. Nothing like that really exists right now. Can something like that happen in the future if you have some crazy whale with a whole bunch of Darth Vaders or comic books, and they just want to make a giant sale to this one thing, and they'll get a discount? Yeah, that'll happen at some point. It might have already happened in smaller doses. So yeah, the whales are very, very active. Again, this is not including other companies that will go in and say, oh, hey, I didn't know about this. This was not on my radar, until they know about it, and then there's people going to FOMO. Anyway, what else did I say that this was going to be about? And then I'll get to comments, I swear. Oh, we actually have some other stuff to go over as well. Conversation with whales, more. Okay, so there's somebody that I'd gone live this morning again talking about the Sesame Street fiasco, and there's a buddy of mine that messaged me, said that it's a little sad to see people react this way about NFTs. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on people having this negative reaction towards Sesame Street and Veve? And I mean, it wasn't really. It's weird. The anger wasn't really geared towards Veve. The anger was really more geared towards Sesame Street, and it's just, I'll equate these people um, the ones that are just anti NFT as U.S. politicians. And I'll equate, and a lot of these people are millennials. They're kind of ashamed to say they're around my age, but they're just not. And it's not because they're like so low IQ that they just cannot comprehend what an NFT is. It's not that at all. Which again, it's really not that hard to inculcate that type of knowledge into someone, but it's more of the fact that people are going and saying, hey, this is, yeah, we agree. There's a decent amount of NFTs out there that use a decent amount of electricity and they're not so good for the environment because they're on layer one and et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of these, but what these smart people will do is they'll say, but because of this layer two protocol, because the information is there to explain to them why these NFTs on Veve are not bad. And I even have, I don't know if I still have it. There's an article done by, oh, I do have it. It's I've gone into this person enough. I won't say any pronouns because they blocked me on Twitter. I don't know what their pronouns are. But later in the article, this person says, expensive. How do you talk bad about capitalism? I don't get that. This is just sad. I don't want to think about financial speculation, greed, and gambling. I think about Sesame Street. I don't want to think about complicated phrases like layer two scaling protocol, instant trade confirmation, and high scalability, which you don't really need to know. You don't really need to think about that. You just need to know, oh, is this bad for the environment? Does it have a net negative impact on the environment? No, that's all you need to know. If you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, the information's out there. You can find it. But it's just this willful ignorance. And if it reminds me of when you had Mark Zuckerberg being questioned by Congress. I said interrogated. My friend, buddy of mine, is just like, no. We questioned him. I was like, okay, all right, whatever. It was very clear that these U.S. politicians were very technologically illiterate, and it's almost like they didn't want to know. I was like, oh, we accidentally picked this guy up at the wrong time, or we picked the wrong guy up. Maybe he's not doing anything bad, or if he is doing something bad, we don't know. We don't know what it is. And Chinese politicians are very technically literate. So when I see people of my generation and a little younger, it's a little sad. Turtle, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat saying, good day, my real. What are your thoughts on ramping up Golden Dragon collecting club utility? Is that the one that Mr. Squibs has, where he gives away OMI for people that have it? Or is that a different dragon? I'll get back to that. So I'll just finish this thought and then I'll get back to that. When I see people of my generation and anyone below me that are letting technology pass them by, and again, not being low IQ, they just can't understand it, but they're willfully ignoring things and refusing to learn, which goes against everything that Sesame Street stands for. Again, they try to inculcate knowledge into kids. All of these complaints that you're seeing right now, which are a very small minority of people that don't even know what NFTs are, they will be writ small by these 10-year-olds in 10 years that are going to be 20, and they're going to be like, oh, no, you guys are boomers. Like, the people in their late 20s, early 30s right now, in 10 years, will be considered boomers to these kids that are going to be late teens, early 20s. Because they're just like, oh, God, you don't even know what an NFT is. Oh, God, you don't know what an NFT is? Good luck trying to explain to at that time, you're going to have layer threes. You're going to have probably layer fours. Like, it's like right now, if someone doesn't have like a MetaMask, if they can't figure that out, imagine if they barely figure out Coinbase, imagine trying to go and be like, okay, now set up a MetaMask, trying to buy an NFT. Okay, now you have ETH, now you're going to go wrap it. And it's like, people are just going to be done. They're just not going to want to do it. They're just like, all right, give up, heck it. I'm just not going to get in the NFT craze. That's what a lot of these kids are right now. And I say kids, they're in my age group. But I feel I don't I'm feeling a mix of emotions, but I feel sad. It's like people just they don't want to learn. They're missing out on and again, even if they have nothing to do with Vivi, even if they learn about it and they don't care about Vivi, fine. You're just gonna miss out on future opportunities. And again, like you're just gonna be like the older people that I see that still don't know how to use like an ATM bank themselves. They have to go to the bank. They have to go to the teller. It's like these older people that don't know how to use like these credit card machines. Like this is like ancient technology to me. Like this has been around since I was a kid. And yeah, I see it in my generation. And one of the best pieces of advice I was given by my friend Dan, been on the podcast, older than me, Daniel Hardwick, saying don't let technology pass you by. And yeah, I'm not smart. I'm a but I try like heck to learn the lingo and learn stuff. Like if I don't, thank God for TikTok. This is why I can learn new words like Riz. I didn't know what Riz was, 2 months ago, and now I do. And I didn't know the phrase had that dog in him. I don't know. Thank God for Urban Dictionary and TikTok. Again, I'm getting a little off point here. Long story short, I feel bad. These kids are thankful for the younger generation that's going to grow up knowing what this stuff is. Ramping up Golden Dragon collecting utility. I'm not 100% sure what that is. If that's the one that Mr. Squibs is doing, then yeah, you're basically getting free OMI. You're getting free money just for having a one of those Golden Dragons. But I don't know if that's it. If you're talking about Golden Dragon collecting club utility, if you're talking about making utility for that Golden Dragon girl, what are they? Is it Golden Dragon or Golden Dragon girl? Taro, if you could just comment down below just elaborate on that. I'll look for it. Yeah. So Facer saying first. Wes says Zaddy, yo, what up? Bill Gar says first like my addiction. Oh my man. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to ask y'all about. Or not ask y'all, just a simple request. Is when I go onto my YouTube and I go to my channel and I go to my live and I see my Veve addiction. If y'all can just smash that like button, okay. That is a free way to help support the channel. Thanks, guys. It means a lot. My friend Lou, every time he used to sneeze, he'd be like, oh, thanks, guys. Like he didn't give us a chance to say Gesundheit or Salud or God bless you. He would just be like, oh, thanks, guys. Like, man, now I don't want to say it. Zvej says 12:35 a.m. a.m.'s a facer first. General 69, what's going on, General? Like, let's freaking go. Oh my god, yeah, it has been a while, General 69. I hope we're doing well. All chat game it and give me those fire, straight fire. All right, we got military questions. Saying also, what was your MOS? Mine was 2T2. Mine was air transportation. It's basically, those memes like, oh, what if I told you that I was a forklift driver? Ooh, he had his forklift driver license. So yeah, I drove forklifts, multiple ones of them, 4K, 10K, 10K AT. I drove trucks, staircase trucks. I drove buses. I drove at most vehicles that you could have on your license in the military. I had them. I did not fly planes. I drove vehicles where I could put cargo on the planes, but that is a little different. And honestly, guys, there's QBT or there's WBTs that are like web-based trainings, where you learn how to load bombs. Most people click. Oh, I was like, oh, and you get on the flight line and you're just super careful. And like, okay, it's just cargo, right? And we were fine. We never exploded no one. Oh God, there's one time. I don't even know if I can talk about it. I'll say that it was in Kuwait. There was something left on an aircraft that was not on the manifest, and this was not the dude that was. That's a whole different thing. That you're gonna have to save that for an in real life event when Chavez is drunk off his keister. God, that was insane. Anyway, there was something that was left on an aircraft that was not on the manifest, and it was not supposed to be there, and we had to keep our mouths shut. And then when the construction crew knocked over their wrecking ball next to the gym, I thought something was going down, and I was like, ah! just like running into the bathroom, and I couldn't say anything because we were told to keep it quiet. That was embarrassing. All part pooped his pants. Anyway, Skinny Pete says, Daddy Chavez. Mr. K says, hey Randy, good to see you again. Good to see you, Mr. K, and I can't wait to see you again. The last time I freaked out, I just kept... Sorry, I love Miley Cyrus. Wes says, Veve is more addictive than an ex-girlfriend. Yeah, it is. Again, I can't stop. Like, I would... And I didn't talk about this, but, like, in hindsight, I probably should have, out of that $500,000, I probably should have put a down payment on a house. Taken $250,000 of that, put a down payment on a house. Probably should have bought a better car. I could have been living in comfort these last few years. And not that I'm not comfortable. I'm very comfortable. But again, it's coming from military background where, being in Kuwait it's like 128 degrees every day, and you're just like, oh, life sucks. Coming out it's the U.S. It might be uncomfortable, but it's some things are uncomfortable in the U.S. I'd much rather be here than most other. To live. Other countries are beautiful. Oh God, Spain has beautiful people. Oh, Germany's got good beer, and they have good meat too. UK has good beer, but if you want to have a meal in the UK, don't. Do not go to UK for the food. Their food is awful. But Germany's food. Germany's beer. A beer in Europe. I'm sorry. I haven't had a drink in quite a while. It's been like 10 days, so I'm jonesing a little bit. Anyway, Skinny Pete's Cocaine Bear vibes. I still haven't seen that movie. I still haven't seen Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. When are we going to get those? I would, how much I would pay for a cocaine bear? That's not an actual drug reference. That's just a, it's a movie, and I want the collectible. Anyone ever watch that episode of Gilmore Girls where Chris gets a Volvo and Lorelai is like, oh, this would be good for cranking Metallica. And her dad's like, cranking Metallica? If that's some sort of drug reference, that isn't funny. And I was like, what? How are you? There's no way. Anyway, I'm sorry. Troll Games says, sadly, I broke my phone really bad recently and can't access it at all. I had a hot wallet with all my OMI. I thought I had the seed for it saved somewhere, but my luck can't find it now. Oh my God. I have to start all over again. Good news is inadvertently burned OMI. Well, also, you get to start over at these prices. These prices are pretty low, but ooh. And here says, nice to see you streaming again. Oh, thank you, Senora. And here says, at Troll Games, depending on how much OMI, it may be worth taking it to a specialist to extract the data. Yep, might be. Yep, definitely. Josh says, what exchange? Didn't Reese say we'd have OMI on the web app before new exchange, or am I making that up? He said we're going to have both. When? I don't know. But we will have both at some point together. I can't wait to see you again. Sorry, Miley Cyrus on the brain. Skinny Peas is all true. Jared says, how long until... I guess that's the other thing. Like, we just went over, price predictions, and... for the next 18 months, that's just one of their questions. So how long until a penny? Next year. I don't know when next year. Next year. So they said 18 months, and I was like, listen, we're not really going to get into like the height of the bear market probably until 2025. A year and a half from now, we'll have just kind of breaking past that Bitcoin halving mark. We'll have just we'll kind of be getting into that running season. We'll be getting into the bull market. So it's not going to be height of what OMI will be, but in 18 months, you'll see what it is. And all of my whales, or the majority of them, are holding most of their OMI for the long term. I'm going to say out of the let's say between 1 and 1.2 billion that these guys have, the ones I was talking to, 80-ish% of them are going to be held at least until the next bull market. So let's say maybe 200 million OMI get sold from these guys, and that's if they don't buy anymore. And he literally, as we were talking, he's like, all right, I'm buying another 20 million OMI. I was like, right now? He's like, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I was like, well, it's triple zeros, and he made it go to like 000 like 99, and then it went down today. But I was like, okay, yeah, it cost like 20 grand, whatever. It's like, so he's got that one whale had like 200 million, give or take, and they're buying more. Again, if it, you know, I will throw. They have a bat phone. I will throw a text, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, if it goes down to like 0007, 0006, whatever, like guys, take out a line of credit, bet the farm. Where this is short-term stuff right here. Buy it at 0007, sell it at like 002, easy. 2.5x on your money. Figuring after tax and stuff, maybe 2x. I will. So I have 155 right now. I'll be getting, if the prices stay down here in 2 weeks, I'll probably be getting. I'll get up to that 160 million mark, and part of me hopes that we don't get an exchange, or the price doesn't really rise until after Earth 2 releases Essence at 40,000 Essence. That's a couple. If that's a couple dollars, let's say it's $2, and I have 80,000 of it. Sell half, get 40K. God, if we're still down here, I'll get up to like 180 million OMI. Could I get up to like Did I get up to 200 technically? I really don't know if I want. I mean, I still want to play the game. I still want to play the Earth. I still want that Essence for the Earth 2 game. A lot of people are using it. They were using it on Mentars. They were using it on crafting jewels, and they've been using it on side droids. I have not touched my Essence. I am raring to go. It's going to be a good amount. Anyway, so when telling them this, I was like, okay, if we're not in the height of the bear market, you'll probably see anywhere from 1 to 3 cents in 18 months, I told them. So that is going to be late Q3 of next year. And I said, listen, the stuff that you buy now, if you want to sell it at 002 or 003 just for a quick flip, quick profit, like by all means, I'm going to do some of that. Everything I have that's above 150 million, I will sell up on the way to a penny. Why? Because I deserve some well-earned comforts as well. And on the eve of, or after we get over a penny, anywhere from penny to $1, I'll sell an additional 50 million, which obviously will take, several years. Just still want 100 million when it's $1. Sue me. So anyway, General 69, it's a long-winded response to your answer or question. Batman Who Laughs. Yo, what up, fam? Troll Games is at NFT Hero. I did take it to a local computer shop. Weren't able to help. It was only $500,000 worth of OMI. All right, just start over and learn to be more organized. I'm still rooting for the Veve team. Yeah. Get that bread. Get that bread. Smarty Pants is what's good. Yo, what's good, Smarty Pants? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing super fantastic. NFT Hero says, at Troll Games, okay, maybe not worth doing it. For your information, need a data recovery specialist. You can usually send it in the mail, and we'll get you a free data extraction quote if possible. Interesting. Troll Games only cost about $200 to $300. I mean, probably worth it when OMI goes up eventually, but Turtle says, good day, my real. What are your thoughts on the ramping of Golden Dragon collecting club utility? Again, I'm not sure what that is, and if it's Golden Dragon Girl, or if it's that dragon that Mr. Squibs have. If it is one that Squibs has, he just does an amazing thing, how to get more memberships on there. I guess we're talking about it right now. Let me see if it's... I know I have his Twitter. Mr. Gibbs, you may throw my hat if you want. All right, so Mr. Squibs. Oh, he doesn't have it pinned. I don't know what it's like because he doesn't have it pinned. But he's got... But unless he's not doing it anymore, it seems like he was for a while. That's just, if you have one, he just go and he'll just give out OMI each month for people that have him listed at like 88,000, give or take. So Veve says, Diablo 4 beta going live in 15.5 hours. If you didn't know, you can get a free Diablo code from KFC if you get their all chicken sandwich. It's like, instead of buns, they're 2 like fried chicken patties. If you did not, I don't know what type of code you get, but you do get a code if you go to KFC and you get the all chicken patty sandwich. It's like $9, I think, but you get some code for Diablo. Anyway. Trey DeLorean says, sound like old boys club though, very stubborn and don't want to evolve. Oh, the millennials also, yeah, and they're all Most of them happen to be in one community. I'll just throw that out there. Skinny Pete says, I willfully ignore my ex, but she still cooks and spends my money. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Ugh. Yeah. I'm never getting married. Most likely never. No. No. Trader Lawrence says, Randy, are you from military background, isn't it? Yep. Air Force. Says, so you know about constantly to adapt to new situation. Yeah. Thankfully I was already fairly decent at that already, but adapting to new situations is like a specialty of mine. Well, maybe I have like a knack for it, like a talent for it. Actually training, like, hey, go from super hot to super cold. Go, I mean, I guess life just kind of gives you that. I'd be more like the Harry Potter version of being good at adaptation, where like you never see Harry Potter like training. You just see him going on adventures, and the adventures give him the experience. And it's like, come on, like, I always never liked that about Harry Potter. But that's what I would be. I would like the experiences I had in needing to adapt to change. Was like my training. I never went to a school specifically designed for that, or not in the military. But yeah, adapting changes. I feel like a lot of people in general get used to that just through basic and tech school, and just military in general just throws curveballs at you. They just, Henry Pye says, risk the gatekeeper. Bat King is the gate. Oh, Risa? Maybe? Yeah. Batman? Yeah. Jerry Lawrence is still important, part of the system to get things moving. Everything is important. Agreed. Everything do be important, though. Mm-hmm. Double C says, USA getting really expensive to live in. Yeah, it do be expensive. I mean, New York is. I was down in southern part of the country not too long ago, and that was pretty cheap over there. Granted, that was a tech dead zone. Guys, I know that I don't think I could ever live in like the country. I like big cities too much. I like having stuff to do. I like technology. I like being around. And again, country's great. It's a different way of life. But it's a different world. Like it is. They're different countries. Middle America, for the most part, and the coasts are two different countries. California and New York, Florida, the big cities, they're, I don't want to say the same, but they're very similar. And a lot of the Midwest is similar to each other. But they could not be in two different worlds. They could not be more different. It's like that episode of Gilmore Girls where Emily's like, why can't we have what you and Rory have? It's like, we're mother and daughter, you're mother and daughter. And then Lorelai's is like, we are best friends first and mother and daughter second. It couldn't be more different. And what I mean by that is, I was having a conversation with a buddy where his daughter's having a little bit of a hard time in New York because New York's expensive. And he's just like, well, move. I was like, it's not that easy to move. I'm like, yeah, it is. You just move. Get a place and just move to where it's cheaper. And I was like, I mean, I get, and daughter does have means. It's like, I don't know. Going from, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. I would not be able to go and live in the country. I need my internet. I need to be around people. And don't get me wrong. I love being out in nature where no one here. You can shoot. You can do a lot of stuff. But yeah, I can only do that for so long before I go mad. Anyway, Roy Starbone says, how is training / working out become bright? It's been going really well. I still might be eating a little too much, but yeah, this is what day is this? I think this is my 9th day. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is my 9th day, and I've done 16 workouts in 9 days, so I'm very happy about that. I might be eating a little bit, and the body is changing a little bit, but I'm not really concerned about the body as much as I am like, oh, all right, now I'm feeling good. Now I'm feeling like I can move, groove, and everything I do. I'm feeling, endurance is getting back slowly but steady. It's getting back. I don't know if I'll ever be at my peak again, but it's, I'm doing all right. Like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. The strength, I don't think I'll ever be the strength I was in 2016, 16, because I was 25. That was ridiculous. Eating a ton. I didn't look that good either. I was just eating a ton. I mean, I was big, but maybe I can get the body back I had in 2019. I'll show you guys that. Where would I have that? I guess it'd be in my camera roll. No, it would be in my Snapchat. Oh, actually, it was probably in early 2020, right before the pandemic, because that sucked. No, but it did suck though. Was it late 2019? Yeah. So I don't know if I'll get to the. I'll probably get that body back, the one where it's kind of slightly still bigger, but still muscular. I just wasn't, like 2016. I mean, it was, again, insane. But yeah, it's been going really well so far. How long will I keep it up for? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I do have to go somewhere next month though, in like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll probably have to take a little bit break, but by that point, I'm sure I'll have earned it. Anyway, Bill Gardner says I've used like 3,000 Essence on droids, but how much ether have you gotten though? Because you might have spent 3,000 Essence, but how much ether have you gotten? And how? Yeah, I'm very curious about that as well. Harishas says, Randy, what do you think about governments bailing out banks? Okay, there's all right. That's hard because free market, you're supposed to let businesses that are failing, let them fail. That's the beauty of the free market. It's a wild jungle where only the best survive. And I was very anti bailout in 08 because like all you do is you kick the can down the road, and you go and you say, oh yeah, this is it just reinforces bad behavior, and that problem will come to at some point. Came up with recession, in the housing crisis, we might have another one, who knows? But when you take a look at the CEOs and the people that are at the top versus the people that just put their money in, they're just like, hey, we're just the creditors, the people that just have accounts in there, bail those people out. They had nothing to do with this. People that are at the top, they're making bad decisions. Heck them. Don't bail those guys out. Bail the people, not those people, not the bigwigs. But anyway, we do have a couple of things to go over as far as that. Be advised, guys, I get sent links multiple times a day. I'll just go over a couple right now. One is from Yahoo saying feds are weaponizing bank crisis to kill crypto. Rep Tom Emmer. Republican congressman and a former bank regulator with deep crypto industry ties have accused federal agencies of using the current banking crisis to choke off digital assets. Minnesota Rep Tom Emmer, the number 3 ranking Republican, sent a letter to the chairman of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation on 15 March. Beware the Ides of March. Accusing the agency of another banking regulator, the Office of Comptroller of the Currency, of having effectively weaponized their authorities over the last several months to purge legal digital asset entities and opportunities from the U.S. And would I put that past? No, I would not put that past the government. Government, doesn't matter who's in office, Republican, Democrat, whatever. People will use their power in not good ways. And, thankfully we have this guy, I forget his name already as I just read it, Tom Emmer, that's kind of calling it out. That being said, though, as banks are trying to do that, we have TechCrunch going in and saying, top crypto app downloads rise over 15% following SVB collapse. A lot of the people that I'm talking to, big companies, guys that, are worth 8 figures, some of them are already pulled out. A few more of them are going to be pulling out even more. And a lot of it's going to go to crypto, and which is wild. I mean, you could have it at one of the top 4 bigger banks, but again, there's no real reason to say that they won't. I mean, again, you have that too big to fail thing. But again, FDIC only covers $250,000. That is nothing. I mean, is it a lot to us poories? Yeah, absolutely. But is it a lot for somebody that has $20 million? No, like not at all. you need 100 of those accounts. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So what do they do? I mean, yeah, you got real estate, you got other assets, you got other stuff, and they have their oh shit bag. Um, but a lot of it's going to go into crypto. Government can't touch that. So, I mean, not in any meaningful way, especially if they hide it. So again, while the tighter that the government tries to squeeze, again, top crypto app downloads rise over 15% following SVB. Meanwhile, banking app downloads have dipped. Ooh, again, it just makes a lot of sense. You also have Crypto Slate saying self-custody surge. 70,000 Bitcoin have been sent to self-custody since the collapse of SVB. Thank God people are getting their stuff off of exchanges. I don't have any of my stuff on exchanges. Oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I got a couple things on Coinbase. Got like, what is it, 8, 6? I don't know, like $6 grand on Coinbase, just a little bit. Again, I don't have all my OMI on, OMI's not on there, but yeah. So those are a couple of the things that are associated with that particular question. Zaveda says, of course you can get a code at KFC. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't really go to, there's not really a KFC near me. It's just somebody had asked me about it. One of my friends that lives in Germany, like, hey, can you get this? Like, I think so. And they just said they weren't going to do it. Like, oh, all right. What's that? I don't see that. All right, anyway. Water, good. Turtle says, yes, the Squid Cat Golden Dragon Collecting Club partners with Metabrew Society to give away. Oh, they're giving away beer too? Oh, that's amazing. I love Metabrew. Yeah. I had them on the podcast. They're great. I love them. They're super fantastic. I talked to this woman, forget her name, pretty white, I think she's a blonde girl. Oh God, I forget her name. But yeah, she's like, there's like one of like 7 owners. Oh, that's so cool. I have, what is their actual giveaway? I mean, no, I hate it when I go to try to, all right. Oh, is it Squid? It's Squid Cat? Squid Cat. Okay, hold on. I typed in Mr. Squibs by accident. There's Squibs and there's Squid Cat. Okay. Tell me about the collab with you and Metabrew. Meow, meow, meow. Sorry. Like laughing like Invader Zim sometimes. Harish asks, says, Randy, are your whale friends getting into Veve as well, or OMI only? Do I have I definitely have a picture of. It's got to be. It went in January. It was after the. It had to be after the plane pics. So all I wanna do is see you turn into a Super Saiyan, a Super Saiyan. All I wanna see, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan. All right, where are they? Where are my pictures? From there, and them, and stuff. I had to be all right. I gotta find it in the calendar because I'll show you the picture that they have, that I have. Renewal Friday. No. Emma Eaton. Oh, okay. Where was it? Was it early? Was it late? Oh, I forgot to message. Oh, I forgot to message a couple of people. It doesn't say where the jet was. Brittany and Emma. It had to be after the 11th, right? Okay. Okay. So I got back on the 17th. So it had to be. I thought I took a. Oh, maybe. Oh no, I left on the 17th. Okay. All right, we're about to. I'm about to show you guys the. Here I am once again. Yeah, they got a thing so that they can show off their NFTs at the office. Yep, that was Oh yeah, Smarty Pants. That's your Pluto right there. That's your boy. That's your boy Pluto. They also had Amazing Spider-Man comic with Green Goblin. They also had Veil specimen. Dude's got and then the honey nut, that guy. Oh my god, I did not look good there. Where is the photo? Nope, it's not this one. Baseball stuff. Jesse! We need to cook. Oh god, hiccups. Where are the photos of his? All right. So I'll take a look at his vault value, which his vault value at the time, and again, this was in January. And whose question am I answering? Harish says, "Are your real friends getting into Veve as well?" His vault value at the time was $219,000, and most of his NFTs are special mints, sub 100s. And take a look at that: 237 Thor posters, and this is just one account. This dude has like 40% of the Thor posters, and 12 secret rare batter ups, 7 secret rare Lokis. But yeah, that again, this was in January. $219,000 vault value, and again, that's not including the special mints that he has, because a lot of his stuff is sub 100. So and that's one of the people there. So yeah, they're into Veve. Turtle says Metabrew Society equals German beer. Yeah, love them. Froacombe says, Randy, what are your thoughts on public negativity of Sesame Street creating NFTs? Personally, I'm glad the first Sesame Street NFT is on Veve. Yeah, I kind of went over this the first part of the video, but I've also had a couple live streams on that as well. I haven't had a podcast in a while. I should interview someone about it. I reached out to one of the NBC writer was a little bit more unbiased in her opinion than that other person was in their the person on the, I think, Tough Pigs it's called. They have like 20,000 followers on Twitter. But it was a gross misuse of the word journalism. Shouldn't even be called that. Anyway, it is unfortunate that like this is one of the hills that particular community is choosing to die on. It's like you're wrong. Like there's no other way to say it. And it's really unfortunate because that community I think needs a win, and I'm not getting it here. But the public, again, it's a minority. It's like a minority group within a minority group. Those particular people that don't like NFTs. And again, there are probably others that aren't in those specific groups, but again, they'll be writ small by the younger people that understand the tech because they grew up with it and like, oh, okay, they're not bad for the environment. And it's like, and there was another argument about the price where it's like $60, buy a Nintendo game instead. It's like, okay, so you're talking about environment, like you're trying to die on that hill that you're, I forget the word. That point you're pontificating on is saying like, oh, this is bad for the environment. So let me buy a game that's made of plastic that's going to wind up in a landfill at some point. Or you could buy something that's completely carbon neutral that you could have fun with. And again, like any game that you buy, what are you going to resell that for? Half the price, maybe, if it's a good game. These NFTs, again, right after the first couple weeks, first couple months, might probably go below retail. What is it going to be like 2 years from now? It's not going to be below retail. It's going to be well above retail. Yeah, this is a big one, in my opinion. Again, are you going to be able to buy it for $45 on the secondary market? Probably. Is it really going to matter in 2 years whether you paid $45, $60 for it? Probably not. So again, I'm not worried at all. The Oracle says, I live in the country and have internet. I envy you so much. Because when I was down there for like 5 days when I didn't make a video, which completely hecked up the YouTube algorithm for me. It's back on track now. I did not have internet. I was literally playing Polytopia. Like that's all I was doing. I was when I wasn't doing my thing, I was playing Polytopia, and I don't know if you know that um, those comments on TikTok where it's like, "What if I told you that Dashi had that dog in him?" And like I forget where that originated from, but every now and then you'll see like wrestling TikTok, you'll see like Undertaker fighting HBK or Triple H fighting like Brock Lesnar, and then like in the comments like, "What if I told you Triple H had that dog in him?" So when I'm playing Polytopia, I choose a civilization where instead of where you build up your home base enough, most other civilizations get giants, but I were to get a dragon egg, and in 3 turns it turns into a little dragon, and in 3 turns after that it turns into a big dragon. So every time one of my dragons would get hit, I'd be like, "What if I told you this dragon had that dog in him?" And I was just literally just talking to this game. Like there was no other person around. It was like the most autistic thing I've ever done. Anyway, Mirestone Rand says, "Howdy from the ranch. What up, Mirestone? Hope you're doing well." Thomas Byram says, "We named our daughter Lorelei after that show. That is so freaking beautiful." Oh, that's great. Oh, and you spelt it the right way too. A lot of other people, they don't spell it like that, but she does. Thomas Byram, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Troll Games Afro call me good or bad publicity, so publicity is a good point. Troll Game says, "I think it's a W all around for NFT space." Yes, yes, yes. I think so as well. And to Heroes, his thoughts on controversy with Ben. I don't. I plead the fifth on that. No, that's can't. I don't want to talk about an ongoing case, so I probably best if I don't address that. Terry Collins says, "Check CoinGecko. Everything at the top looking green. Check OMI down 5%. Oh, sad face. Is everything looking green? I haven't checked stuff all day. Let's see what we got here. Come on now, touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? But I'm gonna love you to the heavens." So, okay, Anchor's up 1.7%. What's the OMI at? What did you say OMI was? Down 5%? There's no way. No, 8.5. Oh, well, all right. So the reason is because yesterday. Oh, it doesn't show it on here. That's interesting. I guess he bought it on Ascendex. I don't know where he bought it, but it went up to like 00099 or like 98 or whatever. It shows not, but again, a buddy of mine he just injected like 20K into there, and it went up. It spiked, and then it came right back down. Why does that say 5? Why is that? Why am I going back like a year? I'm sorry. Anyway, but that's why, because it went up and now it's gone down. G Flow says, "Is 10 million a good OMI goal, or should I go 15 million? What's your outlook for 2025?" Well, I mean, you don't want to set goals that are way too far advanced that you'll never reach them and get discouraged. I do think it is better to have that goal, but also set littler, smaller goals, in between now and that goal that's way out there. And then as you go and you progress, you'll be able to go and say, "Oh, hey, I'm doing it little by little." I mean, I don't know your investing strategy or your needs, or if you have a family, or what your disposable income is, but as long as you have money coming in, and as long as you have your bills taken care of, your family's fed, get as much as you want. As long as you keep your house, and your kin in order, you can get as much as you want. how much should you get? I can't give financial advice, but um, I mean, if you have 15 million as opposed to 10, you don't need it to be 10 cents to be a millionaire. You need to be like 7.5 cents, give or take. Um, so I mean, but again, it's like stacking versus like, hey, should I get 4 Todds or should I get 2 Riso? Well, or it's like one of those things. Should I get three Todds or should I get one partner statue? Whatever it is, something like that. Generally, I do like to stack, because the more you have of something, you can sell a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and keep going. But 2025, so I did say 1 to 3 cents in 18 months, but 2025, by that, all right, so at the end of 18, and that was fairly conservative, because by the 18th month from now, late Q3 of 2024, we have multiple exchanges, we have a ton of utility, MCP and OUP will be rolled out a good amount. And yeah, Viviverse, at least 2 phases of the Viviverse will be rolled out by that point. Probably 3 or 4. You're going to have IP branded worlds by that point. 2024, we're probably going to have a land sale at some point in 2024. And that could burn. I mean, if we have, let's say, Terra Virtua, right? Terra had sold like $72 million worth of land, and nobody knows, like outside of Web3, nobody knows who the heck they are. You ask any normal Chad out on the street, hey, do you what do you think about Terra Virtua land? Huh? Terra Virtua, Gesundheit. Terra, they want to step away from Virtua. Is that a Pokemon? No, like they raised $72 million. Nobody knows who they are, and the IP they have some IP. If Veve decides to go do a land sale today, it would be quite easy to do $100 million worth. And with that, you'd burn 112 billion OMI. And like, again, when we do the land sale, you're going to have to take away a 0 from where we are now, because we'll be, like by next year, we'll do a 10x. So even if we do that, that's still burning like 12 billion OMI. That's still a really good amount. And Veve gets who's gonna have a whole bunch of money. 2025, I'll say 10 cents is a good base case. I mean, there's a bear case, to make, where we only get to a couple cents, where a lot of things can go wrong. But then there's a bull case where things could go very right. Now, I'm assuming that a lot of things go right, but there are going to be some delays, as there always are with tech in general, but Veve tends to have that little extra delay on top of things. So I would say, my base case is about 10 cents. There's a bull case where there's next to no delays, and a lot of things work out really well, and we get to like 30 cents. But I would say my base case is probably about 10 cents, and my bear case would probably be maybe 3. If things don't really go so hot. But either way, that's still like a 30x from here. So yeah. And that's at the height of the bull market. Only Player One says the Pokemon Company, a corporation in charge of the development of the Pokemon brand, might be preparing to make some moves regarding the franchise and the metaverse. The company has opened a job opportunity that includes experience and knowledge in the fields like blockchain, Web3, and the metaverse as a requirement, including connections with investors in these areas. I read it. I did a live stream with it with my friend Justin, but that's the same night that USDC was getting like depegged and was trading at like 86 cents, and I was like, oh my god, what are we seeing? That was a scary heckin' night. Fun. NFT Plaza News saying Veve inks impressive deal with formidable Cookie Monster. Read more. Oh, why, thank you. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of coverage on this, which I'm very, very happy with. And again, be advised, this is not the only Sesame Street character we're going to get. We have like 4 more Marvel Mighty sets, and we probably have like 1 or 2 more Sesame Streets, for the rest of this year. Can't wait. Can't wait. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'm gonna have the best freaking night of my life. Love it. Love you so. I love you. Oh. Alright. Oh, my hip. Yeah, so the Pokemon company, well, I'll get to Harish's comment first. As Pokemon enter the NFT and metaverse space is a great thing for the industry. It is. People on E4 are very polarized, where 25% of them are just like, nope, I'm not interested. I'm never buying that. Nope, that's dumb. Okay. If you think it's dumb, it's fair, your opinion. And then you have other people that are just like, yo, anything Pokemon, I'm ready. I'm ready. If they do that, I'm going in. I'm going in hard. And then the other 50%, that are like, I'll check it out, maybe. Not really my thing, though, because it's not mainstream. Pokemon will probably make it mainstream. They, yeah, like, what other game could you play on your phone like that before Pokemon Go? I mean, and again, it was special because it was Pokemon. Harry Potter, you had Harry Potter Wizards Unite, and that's a massive franchise. It didn't do that well. It did for a little bit, and then, Pokemon is just that beast of a game. Oh God, I can't believe I missed it. I will forever be salty that I was in Kuwait and missed everyone having fun in Pokemon Go. Everyone at the malls and at the beaches, and they're like, "Oh my God, Charizard!" I will forever be. If there is a heaven, just give me like 2 days there in that world where I could play Pokemon while everybody's out and everyone's doing it. Everyone, apparently that's the closest we ever got to world peace. Oh my God, that, as a Pokemon master. Oh, listen, I've been cut. I've been waterboarded. That was more of a training thing, but I have been bitten by dog, scratch, claw, bitten. I've drawn blood from me so many different ways, but not being able. I've been punched by heavyweights that literally made me see stars. But me not being able to go and enjoy Pokemon Go the way the rest of the world was able to, that really hurt. That was not the worst, but that was like, as a gamer, as a nerd, as just someone that loves like, I'm wearing a freaking Gyarados shirt right now. Like, fight me. Yeah, that I will never get over that. I know it's, oh, boo-hoo, your first world problems. I was in a third world country, mother flapper. But no, I get it. All the things I could complain about. Sorry, moving on here. I'm playing one as Veve has Pokemon. This will bring in more users. I'm playing one as 100%. Yeah, so, I mean, I really hope. I'm sure they'll come to an agreement. I'm sure. And again, be advised, if Pokemon does something on their own, it doesn't mean that they won't also be on Veve. You have other companies that have tried and failed to be on their own, like Lamborghini. Didn't do so hot. Yeah, the Illazillas that said, oh, yeah, we're going to go and put our stuff on OpenSea. Didn't do so hot. And, that's one of many things. And, yeah, Vivi's got that special spark in it. They've got the people that, if everyone's ever seen Disaster Artist, what's his name? He plays Tommy Wiseau, and he's supposed to have like millions of dollars, and they're making this movie, and this kid has he's like, oh wow, this check cleared, and it says, yeah, this bank account's like an abyss. It's a black hole. It's like never ending. Veve has people in it. like again, you saw my friends, one of my whales, yeah, you saw one of his accounts, or you saw one of the whale's accounts, $219,000 in a bear market, and that's just their VV style. And I'm telling y'all, they've between 1 and 1.2 billion OMI over there. And again, I know other people that have more just on their own. They got in earlier, but it's um, Veve has this special audience of not only you have a lot of people, like thousands of people that are just like, yeah, I'll get this, I'll get that. It's like, so in the there's a knife company called Cutco where they have a they have a thing where they only present to people that are working full time. They'll only sell their not they will only show people their product that are working full time. And that happens to have a higher increase in sales per presentation because they're working. If you can show however many presentations to whoever, if they don't have money, they don't have money. If you have a where is it here? But not only do we have that, just a bunch of people that most of them work full time. I don't because I retired 2 years ago. But you have a lot of people that just have a bunch of, like Crypto Rain went back to work, came out of retirement because like crypto's too cheap. This is stupid. I'm going back in, and I've thought about that too. Outside of that one job that I just did, I don't know. Anyway, we have this. We have the people that are in general successful that are in this, but then you have like the mega successful people. Like you have the whales. You have the people that, yeah, I have 900 between comics and collectibles. I have 900. You have people that have thousands of each, and it's like, oh my god, I'm this small little guy, this small little person. So yeah. And would Pokemon fail? No, probably not. Everyone's gonna go into Pokemon, but again, I'll say that they probably wouldn't know how to do it correctly. They would probably like, again, I don't know what the actual numbers are like between Veve and Disney, but I could picture that the deal might not be as lucrative as you think for Veve. It's like, well, why would they do all this work and do all this stuff for when they're not making so much money? And again, I don't know the numbers, but if I were to have a deal with Disney, and let's say I have the pick of the litter, I have this one random person wanting to give me $10,000 for a video, this other well-known company that wants to give me 8,000, or Disney saying, hey, I'll give you $2,000 for this video. What is going to look better on my, I don't want to say resume, but what's going to look better on my, hey, I worked for this particular thing? Is it going to be some no name that just gave me $10,000 once? Is it going to be a reputable company that gives me thousands? Or is it going to be Disney? Like, just to say that you've worked with Disney, to say that you have that means something. And I could picture David and Dan saying like, hey, maybe we're not going to make a ton on this Disney deal, but that'll bring in a whole bunch of others, and that'll give us the leverage that we need. Again, like, what other companies do you have that really get that 6%? DC didn't have that 6% until recently. MGM has it, Sesame Place has it, but Jim Henson Company, but yeah. Again, once you have Pokemon, that's the biggest of the big. So I could picture them saying, hey, we'll do all this work and we'll make whatever we make. And we'll make money, but you'll make money as well. And Pokemon, Nintendo, whatever. Oh God, I mean, I've already said Veve's already won the decade, which they have. You cannot convince me otherwise. They get Pokemon, they won the century. If they get Pokemon, other companies should just not even try. They should just not even bother. They should be like, hey, we have this thing. Can we just be acquired by you, Veve? Can we just be, yeah. And again, I'm talking about collectors apps. Like, by all means, link down below to mint a Feesh, link down below to the Earth 2 game. Like, there's going to be other metaverses. There's going to be other fun projects, but I'm talking about actual collector's things. Yeah. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Veve for the win. My hips have been cracking, and I don't like it. Turtle says, Golden Dragon Club is minting the Meta Brew Society NFT and then going to raffle utility to members, including in real life events. Chantal, that's her name! Oh my, yeah, she was so great, so great. Chantal has been super helpful. Oh, I love her so much. Tell her I said, hey, I'll just send her a message. Harris has his 219 in a bear market. Yeah, that was January. He's definitely put it... when I was talking to him, he did not have a Lamborghini yet. I bet you he bought one. He's like, yeah, when Lamborghini drop was having, I had to fly somewhere, didn't get it. It's like, definitely got one now. Omar saying, hi, y'all. What's up, Omar? How's it going? Says, today I hit an uncommon Shazam comic on Palm. Get that bread. Trader Lorian says, you've been playing since the first Game Boy? Damn right. Damn right. Pokemon Blue was my first game. Then Pokemon Red was the second. Yellow was the third. And then I had some other games. You had Pokemon Pinball. You had Pokemon Puzzle League, Front 64. You had a bunch of stuff. Hey You, Pikachu. And then Pokemon Gold. Oh God, Gold is still my favorite. And then Silver, and Crystal. So good. I just, man. Yeah, since the beginning. I'm so, God, I can't tell you how thankful I am just to be alive at the same time as Pokemon. Like, there's no better age to be alive in than right now. And those of us that are still around my age, late 20s, early 30s, where, you still kind of played outside. And you didn't I didn't really have internet. I had dial-up internet, which sucked until I was like a teenager. And by then I had a phone, it didn't really, but yeah. I don't know, like, kind of have lived in those both worlds. Outside and drink from the hose and do whatever. And, you have that growing up outside without tech, but to be able to grow up with Pokemon, with all that, that's what made me most of my fortune. Like my greatest claim to fame is buying that card for $80,000, and not just normal people telling me like, you're crazy, which I expected. But even in the Pokemon community saying that's too much. I wouldn't do that. I'm like, listen, I know what's happening. I know what's going on. And again, I see it here now. Oh! Oh my God. Can I show people? Oh my God. My friendo just got a awesome photo with Tom Brady at his retirement party. Oh my God. They look so happy. Autograph utility, Tom Brady's retirement party. Oh my God. Of course. Oh my God. Sorry. But yeah, I've been playing Pokemon since the beginning. Maurice Catting says, was that after they dropped on Veve first? Yeah, that was. They dropped on Veve. They didn't like something about it. Then they dropped on OpenSea. It failed. And then went for. Oh my God. So here is Queen Veve, Lori Brenner, and Tom Brady. Look at how happy she looks. Look at that face. She's like, ah. Oh my God. I am so happy for her. She's got her. Look at the little tiara she's got on. That looks adorable. Because she's a queen. She's royalty. That looks so great. Oh, I'm so happy for her. She's been talking about this for a while. Because you got so much more than this. I cannot wait to hear stories. She's got to get on the podcast again. Because that's amazing. Man, I got a bunch of messages. Okay. Hidalorian says, you need users first. Well, Pokemon will get users to sign up anywhere. But then, Veve's got a built-in user base. Lori Brenner says, check your... Yep. Cheers. Hidalorian says, same here, man. Both OG on Pokemon. I'm red for my first one. You got the red. I got the blue. My first Pokemon was Bulbasaur. I got him twice because I didn't know that you could save the game. I thought it was just, hey, here's, because back in the day, not all games could be saved. Like Star Fox, you think you can like save your game in the middle of a thing? No, you You don't. Um, even PS2, you need a memory card, and like in certain games, like you get a code, like in Buzz Lightyear, there was a code, and in like Aladdin, there was a code, and then have that code, and then you enter it in the next time, and then you start from that level. Um, so I with Pokemon, and I had Game Boy. The first thing that I see is, oh, hey, you choose, oh, this in this game run, like Star Fox, I'm gonna choose Bulbasaur. I wonder what I'll choose in the next run. I didn't know that you could save your game. I didn't know that it was this big long game. It just blew my brown little mind when I was like 7 years old, whatever I was. Um, Maury's catting. Give me this smiley face. A smiley face back at you, sir. Back at you. All right, let's I'm done over here. Let's take some comments from the YouTube, shall we? From the my body, my knee, from the YouTube studio. Comment. Oh no, I answered no. I'm so good at doing YouTube comments. I have answered them all already. Let's try the Facebook. Okay, nothing on the Facebook. Let's try over on the tweeters. Like us on Facebook, on the tweeters. What do we got here? Message request. Oh wow. All right, hold on. We got round. We saw Gem Company. Oh, Gem of a Company on CoinMarketCap. Video on projects because we interested. Oh, market cap is only 300,000. What is a Vatly? All right, a Vatly. Well, they got a nice dress for a nice lady. I guess it's metaverse fashion? The first metaverse for fashion industry. Need to mention, desires to create outstanding experience of trying on virtual clothes in the metaverse. We are convinced that metaverse and VR technology is a key to realizing this vision. Fashion experience. Thanks to metaverse 3D avatars, we take the shopping experience into a completely new dimension. Outfits, buying clothes in the metaverse be unbelievably exciting that you'll never want to do in any other way. You can buy the AVA token on Bitmart or Pancake Swap. Let's AVA. All right, let's take a look at this over on the CoinGecko. And let's see what the volume is. Oh, it's Avatli. All right, it is crypto number 2,631. I repeat. Oh, and it's up 16% on the day. Has 100,000 in trading volume. The fully diluted valuation is about 16 times that at 1.6, almost 1.7 million. The market cap currently is 343,000. It has been going up quite a lot these last couple weeks. Oh no, it's actually down in 2 weeks, but oh yeah, down 30 days. Oh, down 90 days. It was at 003. Now it is 001. Okay, so it is 1/10 of 1 penny. If we go for the max, yep. Oh, was it 003? 0028. 00, no? Yeah, 0028. Where can you get this on? So it's a Vatly. I don't, where are the, okay, markets. We'll take a look. Pancake Swap and Bitmart are where you can get it. I don't know if I want to. I'll keep y'all posted. BioShock says Pokemon Gold was my first Pokemon game. It was one of my best gaming memories. Yeah. Pokemon Gold, like that introduced breeding, and that's like literally one of my favorite things to do is be able to go and take the qualities of this Pokemon and this Pokemon, and it's so good. It's love that. Dog Boy says, hi Randy, keep it up, bro. Sentiment is down. Good to get some positive vibes. Always positive vibes from your boy Randy Chavez. Yeah, like I said, I've been feeling really good. I'm very tired. I've been working out twice a day, so I have to go I have to go eat again. I have to go refuel and then do it all again tomorrow. Well, that was a fun hour. And I'll wait another couple minutes, make it an actual hour and a half. I don't have that much Anchor. I bought like $2,000 of Anchor after I'd sold the other day because it was Carl Icahn came on and it was interesting. Oh god, hiccups. So Anchor will do great things in the future. I don't but the reason I'm getting Anchor now is because I think it'll go up before OMI does. What'll outperform OMI will outperform Anchor, no question. But I think that's in the long run. I think in the short term, in the next like 3 months, if we don't get in exchanges, if we don't get a lot of stuff, then I think Anchor can definitely outperform OMI in the short to midterm, like 3 to 6 month range. I mean, again, at any point we can get an exchange, and OMI can 2 or 3x overnight. But yeah, we'll see. Shakester says, "Hey Randy, what's the best place to hold OMI MetaMask?" I would say Trust Wallet or Ledger. Either one of those is probably going to be your best bet. I don't exactly know which one is the best. I keep most of mine in Trust Wallets. I mean, if you have a MetaMask, as long as you don't click on any links, MetaMask is probably okay. All you have to do, go to Trust Wallet on your Play Store, click install. Right? And then once you install, you should get a seed phrase and then write that down, and you should be good. Maurice Canning says, "Randy, explain Earth 2 like I was a potential investor. What makes it special?" So there's a bunch of things, and it depends on how you want to invest. So if you're not a gamer and you're just an investor, I would say, well, if you didn't know anything about Earth 2, I would say Earth 2 is kind of the black sheep of the metaverse family. Most other places, they'll have little things here and there, NFTs, whatever, and then they'll do their land sale. Earth 2's initial, not even their ICO, their cap raise was a land sale. They said, "Hey, Earth 2, buy virtual land." And that's what they used to raise funds to go and hire devs and get everything going and to buy the drone video game, which they have that they're going to release for free. And in this metaverse world, you have people that have created not only amazing tile art, because that's how you buy plots of tiles on the Earth. They partner with Mapbox to do it. And they have Dylan CEO is one of the founders of, oh God, what was it? The Quest, I think the Oculus. He's an advisor on there. They have really good people on, and their engine is just insane. It is the best looking metaverse that you see out there right now. But not only that, you have people that have created what's called megacities, and on these megacities, you have people like the real Randy Chavez, link down below to Chaveztopia, and link down below to my referral code. You have them going and saying, "Hey, what we're going to do is," each one has a theme. One of them is going to be themed on racing. One of them is going to be themed on whatever. My theme is just going to be, we're in Antarctica. We're going to have penguin races. We're going to go and have different snow-related activities. And you could terraform your land. So there's going to be some lands where there's going to be saunas. There's going to be some land where there's not going to be snow. But there's going to be a warring world. And in this warring world, different factions, there's different guilds, different people will fight each other. Now, you don't have to be in this world if you don't want your stuff to get destroyed. Like, my cabbages. You can go and choose to be not in the warring world. Your stuff won't get destroyed, whatever. But if you want to be part of the fun and you want to be in there, people that are doing these pillagings and raidings, whatever, they're going to get stuff. And you could be part of the spoils. And why Antarctica? Where Chaveztopia is located, to the south, there's this giant mountain. And then to the north, there's just a bunch of bodies of water. We're separated from everyone else by oceans. It's going to be pretty hard to sneak up on us and attack us when we're separated by oceans. So it's a really good place to have. And it's, again, you take the biggest, you don't even have to do it right now. Although going in right now would be able to get you the best bang for your buck, because you don't know which one's going to be where. But one megacity is going to be the best. Which one is it? I don't know. And also you're going to have, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Maybe. Bless me. You're going to have companies that are going to come in and they're going to buy up all this land. I mean, I've already seen it, and this is how I know what's going to happen in Veveverse. America went up first, and then I knew that the South Koreans would come in. They bought up all their land in South Korea, and they started saying, hey, let's go into this country, buy it all up, sell it at a profit. Buy this country, all up, sell it at a profit. Guarantee they're going to do the same exact thing in Veveverse. You have one megacity that's going to be the best, that's going to have all the foot traffic. You're obviously going to want to have your property there. The more people you can get on your property, the more walkthrough. It's like a website. How many people are on your property each day? You can get paid for that. If your property is next to something that's really cool, or if your property has these different items that get spawned every day, and there's going to be items that only spawn on very, very scarcely. Only spawn on certain different properties. If you have one of those, you're lucky enough to get one. It'd be a lot of money. Anyway, that's what I have to say for Earth 2. But their token, the only way to get their token is by playing the game. It's by buying Tier 1, Class 1 land and collecting ether. Now, you need to have a mentor. I was like, what is that? It's getting confusing. A mentor is just something that detects ether. Here's your land. You put the mentor on your land. That mentor will detect ether. You can turn that ether into essence. That essence is the crypto. That's it. You buy your land, you get the mentor, it detects the ether, you turn that ether into essence. You turn the ether into the crypto. And that crypto is going to be very, very valuable. There's only 5 billion that could ever be mined or minted, and several million have already been burned. So yeah, that's and it's got a really good feel to it. The metaverse does. Shaker says, cool, thanks. No problem, no problem. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say goodbye to Dashi. Goodbye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you for the super chat. Meow.